Is there a fly?
I got that fly.
Oh yeah.
I killed the fuck out of that fly. Get out of my podcast, fly.
Yeah, you're not invited.
No, one guest at a time, please. I'm just new setup. Welcome to the Taylor Neely Show. A little hot there, guys. Give it up for my guest. Is it Grillo or Grillo?
I like the second one.
Italian?
Yeah.
Are you Italian?
Yeah.
Okay, I knew.
Feel free to Italian it up too. A lot of people do.
Grillo.
Yeah,
I can do an okay Italian accent. That sounds good. How's it sound on your end?
Sounds pretty good.
All right, everyone, welcome. Brand new setup. We're gonna put a footage of Joe suggested Lebanon, so we're gonna put live footage of Lebanon, whatever that may be when this airs.
Yeah, I'm not smart. I think Lebanon is getting bombed right now, so don't quote me, but you'll see.
We could just World War II footage.
Yeah, same day.
Or Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private. Yeah,
I'll get copyright strict. But
it's a good documentary.
Right away.
Yeah.
The movie. I heard people, like veterans, when they went to the movie, they had like panic attacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would understand. And it's not just because, the cast was so dreamy.
Yeah, they're so beautiful. Hold on. I'm going to flip the thing around.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be funny just to go enjoy a nice war movie, and the next thing you know, you have a gun and you're holding the movie theater hostage.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of veterans probably carry guns. Yeah, get comfortable. This is the first time we're breaking these chairs in. I just got them at Walmart today.
Nice, yeah.
$30 chairs.
I like them. I like a nice chair like this.
They're good enough for this, but I don't know what the longevity of these chairs is.
Doesn't feel like it's going to have a long life.
No, $30 chair.
$30 chair? Yeah.
Well, I still got the tags on them, so if they break, maybe I can just return them.
Yeah. Hi, I was here a year ago.
But I need the receipt. Walmart. I feel like Walmart doesn't give a fuck about that shit.
Probably not. No, you go in there and everyone looks like they're a veteran watching a World War II movie, When I
went there today, it was a guy with the biggest bull nose thing, septum piercing.
Oh, yeah.
Just the biggest one ever.
Sick.
And crazy hair, and he looked like a nice guy, but
yeah.
But let's give it up for that guy.
That guy.
There's our live studio audience that we have held hostage.
Is that who you bought the chairs from, or was he just sort of doing something else?
He just was a greeter at Walmart.
He's a greader?
Yeah.
Wow, they put him as the greeter.
Yeah,
huh?
Usually it's an old person.
Yeah, no. Wow.
And this was a person that this guy might. He's probably. People like to have an intense look like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
How old was he looking?
Young.
He was young.
19, 20, 30.
Bunch of tattoos?
No tattoos, surprisingly.
Just the piercings?
Just the hair and piercing and an eye patch.
An eye patch, huh?
He had like one of those...
Peg leg.
Yeah, peg leg. He kept saying yarg.
Yeah.
He had a big hat.
There's a sail on planks.
Yeah. I think it was a pirate.
Yeah.
It was a pirate there. And
yeah.
He had a sword, of course.
Walmart's the only place that hires pirates. Did you know that?
And people, it's a service sword too, so he's allowed to have it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
it's got a vest.
It's open carry though. You could probably carry a sword in Texas.
Definitely, like a dagger or something. That'd be tight.
A dagger. If you had to carry one, like knife, big knife, small knife, any kind of bladed weapon in Texas, what would it be?
I would like to get good at throwing stars. I was in Academy yesterday buying shirts, and nice. We walked through the gun aisle just to take a look.
Of course,
and,
always fun.
They had we were looking at the knives and all the different stuff, and they had throwing stars.
Yes, they do.
And they have metal cards, like playing cards
that are
throwing cards.
They're a trick.
Yeah.
Wait. So the cards are metal. Mm-hmm. Are you supposed to hide them in a deck?
I just like to think of the idea of being a magician who was a serial killer at the same time.
Or that's his truck gun. Like I keep a gun in my truck. And it's just a.
Yeah.
If he has someone burglarizing his truck.
He thinks Kamala's going to take his deck of cards from him. He's super upset. Yeah.
Well.
But those were pretty sick. But I'd carry one of those for sure. And just whip it at somebody,
How do you feel about guns?
I like them. I'm thinking about getting a gun. I want a revolver. Revolvers are pretty sick.
Snub-nosed?
I'm not. No, I don't like when the barrel's too close to my hand because handguns are so volatile.
Yep, they are.
And they scare me.
Yeah,
and the last thing I want to do is shoot someone and go,
And the smaller it is, the more the explosion is impactful on you.
So close to your fingers.
Yeah.
I like a nice rifle though, like a shotgun.
Yeah.
Just nice and far. You can put your whole body into it and just kind of hold it.
Shotgun is the best home defense weapon.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because
it just ruins your house.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you totally destroy the wall.
And then you have a memory because you're like, you see a bunch of buckshot on the wall.
Dude, in Atlanta, when I first moved into my first apartment in Atlanta, I was a substitute teacher at the time. And I get a text one day from my roommate saying, someone just tried to break into the apartment. And I was like, I said, what? And then he didn't reply.
Oh, shit.
And so I'm like, I guess I got to go.
Yeah.
So then I go and I show up and the door is busted in, like off the...
hinges?
It looked like it was kicked in, and then there's a bunch of detectives in there and my roommate. And what had happened was like he said two guys, or like he heard a knocking at the door, like really quiet, like really quiet, like not obviously someone delivering a package or Jehovah's Witnesses or something. It was I don't know what the point of that test knock was.
Yeah,
because no one's gonna come to the door. And so then it goes away. Then they come back with a crowbar and start just crowbarring into the apartment. And my roommate at the time, his dad had died, so he inherited his dad's gun.
Oh, I thought he was going to be like, Dad?
No. And he was like hiding in the kitchen, and we had like a cutout like this. And they came in, and he like, when they broke in, he popped up and just like unloaded on them.
Whoa, did he kill them?
No, I don't know. One of them apparently showed up at the hospital like a little bit later.
Oh, they ran, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because when you get shot, you don't feel it right away.
Sure.
'Cause
I've
the
seen those
adrenaline.
videos where people
Yeah.
get shot and you're like, how are they not
You
dead?
you don't feel it right away, especially a bolt, like a small bullet. If it's a shotgun, it's like,
It'll knock you over.
yeah,
sure.
but if it doesn't knock you over, like a 9mm, especially like full metal, just full on, not hollow points.
Yeah.
Hollow points are meant to go in and stay.
Yeah.
Full
They
metal
spread,
jacket,
right? Don't
yeah.
they break apart?
Full metal jacket just goes in and out.
Yeah.
So they ran.
Right.
But the whole time I lived there was a bullet hole in the like windowsill.
Yeah.
And
See, I'd be afraid like in an apartment complex because your neighbors are just right on the other side of the hallway. So adrenaline just fueled unloading.
Yeah.
And I miss them, but then I kill all the neighbors' kids.
I saw a video once of a guy unloading through a door on a guy he was kicking in the door, and he shot through the door, but you saw behind him he hit the wall a bunch of times.
Yeah.
It's like these walls aren't meant to withstand bullets.
They're not bulletproof, that's
No.
for sure. No, yeah. That's what I would always be scared of, especially with a shotgun because there's so much spray.
Yeah.
You know? Then,
But the spray is smaller.
Oh, okay.
Like birdshot or buckshot, I think. It's not, I don't know.
birdshot is not as powerful. Buckshot's like,
Yeah.
will stop somebody.
I like that you can just do a slug.
The slugs, yeah.
Just what it's just a big ball. Mm-hmm. So like musket style.
Basically, like a tiny little cannon.
Think of the Civil War.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, just getting hit with a rusty ball.
Just a. I mean,
Half your face gets taken off.
oh, the Civil War any war seems brutal, but
And then they just give you whiskey.
yeah, and a belt to bite on while they just cut your limbs off because they're not fixing them.
Yeah, that was so brutal. Also, I'd like to think of like, you know how they would just march towards each other in like a line?
Yeah.
How long were they thinking there has to be a better way to do this?
Seriously.
That wasn't just a one day like, hey, why don't we do this?
Hundreds and hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Like they used to do it with horses, and they used to just like take turns.
Yep, just walk and
When did they? I think like serious guerrilla warfare started in World War II.
really, yeah, like cities.
World
and
War
stuff.
One, there were still horses. Trench, yeah.
Yeah.
That's when trench.
At least they upgraded to holes and running towards each other instead of walking.
just in a wide open field.
Mm-hmm.
Lord of the Rings style.
Yeah.
Giant. I loved. Did you ever play any Did you play any games as a kid, like video games?
Yeah, I think I played a lot of games. I stopped at Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. That was the last. Actually, The Last of Us, that zombie game.
Yeah.
That was the last game I
Okay.
ever played.
That was a good. Did you see the show?
I didn't like because
like
there's
the
a
show?
better zombie show called Black Summer, and that for me is at the top.
I've never heard of it.
It's fucking great. It's the closest I think to what actually would happen if like the zombie
Yeah.
thing were to happen and how
Yeah.
people would behave
Yeah.
towards each other. I think it's the most realistic.
I'm a big fan of those like beginning of the end of the world movies, like Day After Tomorrow. You seen that?
I don't think so.
Jake Gyllenhaal,
Ooh, no, but I should.
Dennis Quaid. Dennis Quaid, who's going on a media tear right now.
Why?
He's just big Republican guy.
Oh,
He's
no.
just going on-
He's getting all fired up.
Yeah. No, he had a movie come out about Ronald Reagan, and it's like there's this crazy thing right now where like these conservative movies, funded movies will come out,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll do poorly at Rotten Tomatoes, obviously.
Sure.
But then the audience score is crazy because there's still an audience for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Big audience.
Yeah. So that's just a testament to the times.
Yeah.
Because election's coming up.
True. Yeah. Well, I hope to see Dennis Quaid out there, rocking and rolling.
Campaigning.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? War?
Games.
Oh. Because I never had like a game system. I just had like the family computer.
Mm-hmm.
So I play computer games. And there was a really fun Lord of the Rings one.
Oh, really?
Where it was like a point and click games. Like
a story game almost?
No, you like you get a bunch of troops together, or like you have your troops and you like click and tell them where to go.
Oh, okay, and then they all move.
They all move, and there was just really one called Blitzkrieg. It was like World War II, and it was just you click and you watch your guys go, and they either defeat the other guys or they get all killed.
I loved NFL Blitz on Nintendo 64. Football game was pretty fun. It was simple.
Yeah.
It was very easy.
How old are you?
You know what'd be great is NFL Blitzkrieg, where it's just a bunch of German soldiers playing football with each other.
Combined.
Yeah. How old was I?
Yeah.
During the NFL Blitz
How old are
days?
you right now?
I'm 36.
Okay, so you're like a decade older than me.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, no, not 8 years.
8 years?
Not quite a decade.
Yeah, better half, yeah.
8 years is way smaller than 10.
Yeah, I'll take it.
10, you're so much closer to 40. If you
Although I like being an old. I have an excuse to
You don't
like
seem
not.
old.
I don't seem. I'm very immature, so I think it really helps. But like I have an excuse at least
Yeah.
to like go home because I've never been like a hangout late. I always force myself to. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I hate hanging out. I like going home, getting high,
Yeah.
watching Black Summer, and just having nightmares all night long. That's what I like.
But you've been doing comedy for
10 years, 9 years.
yeah. There's a point where you're like, I can't. When you start out,
Yeah.
it was like, oh yeah, Joe's a fellow comic. We both work at Black Rabbit. Fantastic club here.
Best club in town.
One of the best clubs in town. It's really it's just a perfect setup.
Best basement.
Best basement.
Yeah.
Fun drop-ins.
It's great, dude.
It's it really started to like fill up once Theo Von dropped in. It seems like, or was it filling up before then? Because I wasn't here.
No, it was filling up before that.
Yeah.
I think they like every other place they struggled when they first started,
Yeah.
but they started doing ads, I think, and just sort of catching on.
Yeah.
I think Do 512 was helping them out a little bit.
Okay.
But then I hear they're kind of fucking them a lot.
On
Just taking them down off the first page and
Interesting.
kind of burying their.
it's when it's hot, it is so hot, and then when it's bad, it's kind of funny.
It's a fun bad.
It's a fun bad.
I've never had a bad time there where I'm like, wow, that was all around awful. I've always
Yeah.
had a good time.
Technically, it's a bomb, but it's still like everyone kind of struggles.
Well, it's a bomb, and also it's usually on a certain day, and we know which day it is, and so
Yeah.
it's following just a couple really fun shows. So you're
Yeah.
like, I don't even really care.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've already proven that I'm,
It's fun work. I'm glad I got the gig work. I wouldn't if Joey hadn't helped me out and got me the gig there when I first moved here. I would be so sad.
Me too. I kind of lucked my way in there too, and I'm really grateful
Yeah.
for the Black Rabbit spots.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Shout out Nathan Driver. How about that?
Nathan
we
Driver.
both have a Nathan Driver. He's been on the podcast like 3 times.
3 times? Nice.
Yeah. And he's a good friend.
I love Nathan.
He needs to visit.
I miss him terribly. He's a very funny human being.
He needs to. I wish he would move here, but he's stuck. He's staying in New York City.
I don't know why. He's staying in New York. I think he's doing comedy again. You doing
He
comedy
is.
again, Nathan? Nathan, your thoughts?
I'll send him this. He is. But New York is such a slog.
Yeah. And a lot of rats,
I love the rats.
You like the rats?
I like rats though.
Nice.
I'm considering getting 2 pet rats. I won't,
Okay.
but I'm considering it.
My girlfriend had rats, but they ran away.
How long have you been with your girlfriend?
2 years now, I think.
They ran away
They ran away, yeah.
from home?
From home, yeah. They were Disney rats, so just out on an adventure, I guess. I don't know.
I hope they found like, I hope they went into the sewers. They found like a little paper boat.
Yeah. And they
Or
just
maybe
became
like-
pirate rats.
Pirate rats. Or like there's like a gondola ride for the rats.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
there's a little
yeah.
Italian guy.
Little Italiano rats.
A little Joe Grillo, a rat down
little
there.
rat Grillo. I
He has one
love
of
that.
those long paddles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a cigarette butt. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking. And then she had a cat, and then the cat ran away. And so
Damn.
I really can't.
A lot of runaway animals.
I know. And
How are they getting out?
well, because she would let the cat out like slowly, and it would stay
Yeah.
next to her.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like one time, it just took off, and it would come back.
Yeah.
But then one time, it just didn't come
Yeah.
back. And she tried to look for it, and she was very sad. It was very heartbreaking.
That is because that's a
And so I had my friend Garrett, shout out Garrett. He drew like a watercolor painting of the cat with like glowing blue eyes. It was a really cool picture. And we have it, and we were doing Christmas pictures together one year at like JCPenney. You know, we were taking some goofy pictures, and so we got some dumb sweaters or whatever, and we took the cat with us, the picture.
Yeah.
And the lady, when we got there, like we had the picture in like the picture of the cat in the pictures and stuff, you know. And afterwards, we're deciding which ones we want. And the lady was like, she goes, she's like, oh, this all happened in California. Like the cat ran away in California.
Okay.
Yeah,
San Diego?
San Diego, yeah. And so we were here in Texas, and the lady was like, she's like, oh, next time you're going to have to bring your cat in. And then my girlfriend got kind of like weird, and she's like, oh, he ran away.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sure he'll turn up, though. And they were like, yeah, he ran away in California like months ago. And she's like, oh. And then we also lied to the people and told them that we were Jewish for some reason.
Nice.
We wanted like a Hanukkah.
You could pass.
We wanted like a happy Hanukkah thing or whatever. Just me and a small Asian lady.
Funny. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then so as we
Oh,
were,
is your girlfriend Asian?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so as we were
lady.
leaving, she was like, happy Hanukkah. And we were like, oh yeah, we forgot. That we told them
Your Asian girlfriend is Jewish. I'm sure there's Jewish Asians.
Yeah, maybe.
There's
I don't think I've ever seen one.
what are the Asians, the Chinese being genocided in China? Uyghurs.
Uyghurs,
They're Muslim?
No, that's Muslim. Yeah.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
Genocide all around the world.
Great name.
Except for here. What?
Uyghurs.
It's so
All
close.
time
It's so
top.
close to another word.
I know, all time. Yeah. If you know the word, call in. Nathan.
Nathan, it is crazy. You know, that's the like genocide, whatever war. It's like we're so lucky we have the oceans on both sides because that's why we're so safe.
Yeah.
I know the border is pretty porous right now, but
Nuclear missile would be the only way to really fuck us up, I think.
yeah, but that's the end of the world, right?
Yeah, that's like all out, like, all right, man. Which, I mean, when's the last time we went like fully automatic on a country? It's been a while. Right?
Like, you mean, do any of the invasions of like Iraq and Afghanistan count?
No, I guess I'm thinking of like a full on, like, all right, maybe it was like
there hasn't been one.
World War II.
I think
right?
we're the closest right now to a war we've ever been.
Yeah.
Talking to my parents, they're like, this is insane.
Yeah. Well, parents love to be like, this is it.
Yeah,
You know?
but it does feel like this is it.
It absolutely does. But I feel like it's felt that way for a long time where I'm kind of used to it. I'm desensitized to like end of the world shit. You know?
It's kind of also exciting.
It used to take only like, I remember one mass shooting for me to come, and now it takes like 4 or 5, you know what I mean?
I need someone to blow up a nuke at a school for me to.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about if a nuke went off in America, the nukes are so strong now. Like the ones we dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki were nothing compared to what we have now.
Think so?
Yeah, at least what I've listened to on the internet, they could take out. They could take out the whole downtown easily, and pretty much all of Austin probably.
I would, say that for sure. But like Austin's nothing. Compared
No,
to, like,
Atlanta,
Nagasaki.
even where I came from.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, like like Austin compared to like Nagasaki or Hiroshima.
Of the time?
Right? Yeah, of the time.
They had less people probably.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know the numbers.
Were they major cities?
But I mean, nuclear technology it's had to have gotten better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Where are they testing them? They still don't do tests, do they?
North Korea does. I think they do in the desert. They must, but I feel like they would have gotten all their testing out by now.
Why don't we do tests?
Why can't it just be a phase?
Why can't we go watch the test, sell tickets?
I know, that would be sweet. I think they used
merch?
to, but it hurt people's eyes.
Oh man, but yeah, it's merch opportunity. Buy some special glasses.
Yep.
You know, that'd be fun.
Nothing. I mean, that's enough. That is pure capitalism is.
Dude, how fun to tailgate a nuclear bomb? That'd be so sick.
I mean, I think they test them in Nevada forever.
Yeah.
But how does that not create any nuclear fallout?
Yeah, I don't know. See, I don't. That's the thing.
Because they talk about nuclear fallout, nuclear winter. Is that if it's just like they exploded a bunch?
I don't know because they tested the atomic bomb out in the desert.
Yeah,
and they were pretty.
But now they
to
have,
it.
I think, just bigger hydrogen. I think is bigger. I don't know.
Damn, I don't know. Well, fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll find out one day,
I don't know if I want to live through just die in the initial blast or live through the fallout.
I would like to live through the fallout just to see.
As long as I have a gun.
Yeah.
To kill myself if it's horrible.
Well, a home invasion too,
Yeah, true. Protect yourself. There's going to be a lot of home invasions.
Yeah.
You better get a shotgun.
And by that I mean like your shack or whatever hole you've dug for yourself.
Yeah, you're under your tree.
Your wildebeest carcass that you've called home now.
Yeah, there's in Upper Arlington, Ohio, where I'm from. There's at Miller Park. There's like a bridge, and then there's just like the creek that runs under the bridge. Mm-hmm. I'd make that my home.
Ooh,
a little
nice
tunnel,
under the bridge.
A little tunnel.
Tunnel. Yeah, tunnels are the way to go. I think.
Tunnels for sure.
Underground bunker.
Yeah, underground. But how long would you be? Movies make it look like they have it figured out, but I don't think it would be as figured out as movies make it.
Nope, it wouldn't. It would not. No, because movies always make things easy.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
People do have like fallout shelters, but those can only last for so long.
What do you mean? How so? Like before somebody finds them?
Or before like you run out of supplies, your generator.
See, that's the real thing. It's not the space. It's like the supplies and the water.
You know what would suck? If you have a lot of supplies and you have it all set up and there's electricity, but your generator goes out and it's just pitch dark.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you run out of oxygen then too?
I don't know about oxygen, but I don't know how well insulated it would be. Right. So the environment might be too...
And then if it's just dark... It'd be pitch dark.
Oh, and the nuclear fallout, you can't even go outside.
Can't go outside.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough.
And then, how much radiation can you take where it's like a little is okay?
I don't know.
You open the door, are you hit with radiation? Is the wind radiation or radiation's just in the air?
I think it's just in the atmosphere. Yeah. I think it dissipates the further away from the blast zone you get, but you have to be so far away.
But you just get exposed to it.
Yeah, maybe you could wear one of those vests that they put on you at the dentist.
A lead vest?
Yeah, you're like, I'm all right now, I guess.
I'm good.
Yeah, put one over your chest and your balls.
Well, my organs are good.
Yeah,
my organs and balls are good.
Yeah.
I don't need my face.
Yeah, you have to decide what organ you can sacrifice because it won't cover your whole body.
It'd probably be one of my kidneys.
Do you still have your kidneys?
I got both.
Yeah, both. Do you still have your tonsils?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Did you wake up one day in an ice bath? How do you not know if you have your tonsils?
I wake up in an ice bath, there's a little X on my side.
Yeah, there's an X on your throat.
No, they went up through here to get my tonsils.
Yeah, you thought your spleen was taken out?
Yeah, but my tonsils
secretly
are gone.
took your tonsils?
And I'm like, you go to the doctor, it's like, doc, I think they took my tonsils and my spleens. Spleen's there.
Yeah. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Well, actually, your spleen is where your tonsils were. Your tonsils are where your spleen is.
Yeah. I have an X right here. My throat is sore as fuck. I don't know.
He just did, he's a silly, he doesn't even steal your organs. He's just like a funny surgeon.
Yeah. He got lost in there. I don't know. His camera cut out for a little while.
Well, the plan was to take the spleen, but when I got in there, I was like, hey, wait a minute. What if we switch things around?
Yeah. What if we just... Bad feng shui in this body. Bad energy. Bad flow.
I want to do a move that bus on this guy's body.
They moved the bus. You're in a bathtub, just passed out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think I have both. I have my tonsils for sure. I was looking into selling them. I wish I could sell them.
Yeah.
I was maybe gonna get on the dark web.
Have you been on the dark web?
No, but I've been listening to because sometimes at work when I'm bored, I'll listen to creepy stories.
Yeah.
Ghost stories or creepy, whatever the fuck. And I've been getting into creepy dark web stories, and a lot of them obviously are fake. But if they're a good storyteller, I'll listen. And it's piquing my curiosity. But I don't think I can.
I went on the dark web during the beginning of COVID.
Really? You had to have a Tor browser?
I got a Tor browser, and then you need a P to P something B business to business thing or P to P. I don't know what it was, but I didn't have that. But I found a website you could go to and still buy drugs, and you don't need it.
Right.
And I was able to get ecstasy, cocaine, LSD.
You like doing it online?
Ketamine. What do you mean?
Like getting drugs offline?
I did. I just wanted to see if I could do it.
Oh.
Because in Atlanta, I could only get crack easily.
Sure.
And the crack dealers don't have funner drugs.
Yeah. Guys, crack gets old after a while.
Ecstasy, they don't have ecstasy. Yeah, crack, it gets...
It's fun at first, but,
You're telling me. But no, they had just a good selection of drugs on there. But then My friend wanted me to get him Valium because his prescription ran out, and his doctor
was being a dick about it.
His doctor quit.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
His doctor quit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Doctor just quit, so he couldn't get Valium anymore.
Wow.
And he gave me some Bitcoin, or he gave me some money to buy Bitcoin to order it, but it was from a different vendor, and they never sent it.
Fuck.
So
See,
you
that's
need.
the thing.
I think they knew you need. Some of them require this extra encryption, like the Tor browser, the Onion Tor browser. That's a one level of encryption,
Right?
And then you need a second one.
Damn. See, that's the part where I get lost. I know I would get into big trouble. You know what I mean? If I even tried to mess around on there.
If you're buying small amounts of drugs, they don't care.
Sure.
Customs does not care about personal use amounts of drugs. I've taken.
No.
I apparently have taken mushrooms to the airport, and they don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I could see, because here's the thing: is I work at the airport.
Yeah.
And TSA, I see the guy sitting there looking at the screen. Sometimes he's just like,
yeah,
and he'll do the scan, and then he'll just press the green button. He doesn't give a fuck, you know. I've gotten stuff. I get vapes into the airport all the time.
I've taken vapes through.
Vapes are no problem.
You're not supposed to.
I take. I used to take these little yogurt packs in there.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, you're not allowed to take food.
I got them in forever, for months, and then finally one lady popped me, and I was like, I've gotten these in for months. She goes, yeah, it just depends on who's watching the machine. And
I've gotten illegal cheese through.
Illegal cheese?
Illegal cheese from France.
Oh,
I got lit cigarettes through.
Yeah. I got a pirate rat through one time. My brother took a hedgehog through the TSA.
Secretly?
Like, yeah, it was rolled up in a bag.
No.
It was just sleeping, and he put it through the x-ray thing.
How did he know it was sleeping?
Well, I mean, it was just chilling there. It just sleeps, like, you know. This was like a long time
Hedgehogs
ago.
are cute.
Yeah. But he didn't want to deal with it, so he just put it in his bag.
Wasn't he worried about it suffocating?
I don't know how. I mean, it survived. I'm sure he like.
What if it had died?
I mean,
he would have been sad.
That's the game, dude.
The game you play.
We all know the game.
The game of sneak stuff through TSA.
Yeah, sneak animals through.
I bet you could do rats.
Rats? I don't know.
Whose rats are these?
Yeah, I mean, oh God, dude, they would probably
hold them up by their scruff. Whose rats are these?
Yeah, the rat looks all sad and guilty.
The pirate rat.
Yeah.
He takes his hat fuss off.
A little eye patch.
Yeah. Then the rat has to, they just make the rat leave. So he takes his hat off. He pulls he walks away very solemnly with his head hung.
Yeah. Everybody's looking like, how embarrassing, right? Whoa.
Get a ticket like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Fly the rat airline.
I know, fucking stowaway. Good God. Yeah. So, what were we talking about?
A lot.
Yeah.
War.
I like this podcast vibe you got going. We start on one subject and then
it goes around a lot.
Disappear, you know.
It goes around so much.
Next thing you know, our tonsils are missing.
I know, and our spleens are replaced there, but our tonsils are gone. You like my one picture I put up?
Yeah, that's is that you?
Yeah, it's me and of the other me.
Yeah. You and your doppelganger.
That's me and another version of me.
Yeah. Did you go time traveling? Where is that?
Yeah, you ever seen that movie?
No.
It's one of my favorite movies. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
That's the name I was trying to think of just to do the joke.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I glanced at it when I came in, and you look like the guy on the left.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Robert Redford.
Yeah.
Especially, my hair gets a little longer, and if I just have my mustache. Mm-hmm. But I love that movie because it's just Robert Redford and Paul Newman just being themselves.
Yeah,
that's what I like about that's my favorite kind of actor. I just watch the movie for them. I don't care the character they're playing. Like Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, one of my favorite movies. Mm-hmm. It's just them, but in like different circumstances. Obviously, they're playing the characters, but I still see that. I want to see them.
You could tell it's more them.
Yeah, it's not like Daniel Day-Lewis. You watch a movie he's in, and at the end, they're like, "Did you like Daniel Day-Lewis? Like he was even in that."
Yeah. Yeah, he played
that was Abraham Lincoln.
He played the wild coyote that came into frame for a second. That was Daniel Day-Lewis? Jesus Christ.
Did you see that oil slick? That was Daniel Day-Lewis.
Wow, he was the oil in There Will Be Blood?
Oil. Yeah. I've abandoned my boy.
Yeah. There Will Be Blood was only played by Daniel Day-Lewis. He played every single part.
He did a real Tyler Perry, Eddie Murphy type thing. He was the milkshake. He was the volleyball.
Wow.
Yeah.
He deserves everything.
That movie.
He deserves a Medal of Honor, that guy.
He did Purple Heart, too.
Purple Heart, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I hate about movies? They never get prisons right. like, or they go to jail or something. So few movies actually do jail right.
And
it's always, here's the movie jail. It's always too quiet.
Yeah.
Everyone is not behaving how people behave in jail towards each other.
No.
Everyone's speaking coherently.
Yeah.
There's no scratches on the walls. Everything's kind of clean and you could tell it's a set. It really takes me out of a movie.
Have you been to jail? Do you know how jail is?
No, but here's the thing: is I was obsessed with like jail shows, like reality shows when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Intervention and jail shows. That's all I would watch. So I saw like what jail actually was.
Yep.
And I have friends who have been to jail.
Yep.
You've been to jail, right?
No.
No?
Surprisingly.
Out of everything you told me, you've never been to jail.
I should have been to jail many times.
Good for you, man.
I should have had a bajillion DUIs by now.
Okay, I thought this was going to hit with you.
No, I've never been to jail.
Wow, good for you, man. And so they never do jail right. It's always too kind of neat and organized, and it's quite. The thing about jails is they're loud. They're constant noise.
Yeah. Yeah,
and it seems like it would be really easy to do, but they just don't do it right.
Jail seems so awful.
This is the worst.
Prison seems so awful.
I think jail's worse than prison, I've heard.
Yeah. Prison is worse because you're there for a while.
Prison's a little more settled.
And jail is like, it's the motel.
Jail's chaos. You also have jail. You have a mixture of people with different offenses in jail.
Prison is a lot of more serious crimes.
Yeah, prison is like you're going to be there for a while.
Yeah.
They put you where you're supposed to be. You know.
Country club prison doesn't sound bad. Federal prison?
Yeah. See,
where Martha Stewart went.
Yeah.
Where I'm going to go one day.
Yeah. Where I'm going to retire.
I'm going to retire.
Yeah. Once I have enough money, then I'm going to murder a guy and be like, well, I'm rich, so I don't go to regular person prison.
Yeah. It depends what tax bracket you're in.
Yeah.
Even if you murder someone, you still get sent to federal.
Exactly, dude.
Nice prison.
You know? And look, everything's cheaper in prison, so your money will go longer in there.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
I see. There's like this prisoners in jail, they get phones now. Like people, and there's like jail TikToks.
I've seen a couple of those live
They're
streams.
crazy. They're usually like, they're basically saying don't go to jail, and they're filming the food.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully, you know.
Because I went to I told you I was in the psych ward last week. And the food I got there was not terrible.
Yeah, you said it was all right.
It was like fancy food, but bad.
I have a theory as to why.
Okay.
Because it's for like people who are at risk of hurting themselves, right?
Yeah.
So I think if the food is shitty, they're like, why do I have to live for?
Yeah.
The food has to be at least somewhat good, so at least you get like a taste experience where you're like, this is good.
Yeah, and the pizza was just like DiGiorno.
Okay.
Which isn't bad.
It's not bad at all.
Stuffed crust DiGiorno.
You get to live like a teenager.
On my bender last week, I had 2 nights in a row. I had the stuffed crust is good.
Stuffed crust DiGiorno?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were doing stuffed crust.
I had a bender last week. I'm good now, though, guys.
He's all right.
I'm good. The podcast knows.
Yeah.
The podcast knows what's going on. Oh, shout out Noob Assassin. I know he's my #1 listener.
Nice. There's always a #1 listener.
He listens to every episode. And sorry, it's been sporadic.
He's got benders he has to deal with.
No, it's been, well, that definitely played into it, but it's been hard to get.
You're a busy guy, man. Yeah.
I feel like I'm more busy than I was in Atlanta.
Yeah, well, new place, you're getting set up, established, and whatnot. How long have you been here?
Since August 5th.
Since August
7th was when I moved in here.
Man, you've done a lot since August 5th.
Have I?
Yeah, for sure.
Name all the allots.
I was mostly just referring to the psych ward. And
it's been a rough.
And that,
it was good until
spiral.
Until I started drinking again. It was fun.
Yeah.
But it was also hard because I was trying to figure out work.
And then like also breaking into the scene too.
Yeah.
That's rough. That takes up a lot of time.
Yeah,
you know
going to open mics.
That's what I'm saying. You did a lot. You got in Black Rabbit pretty fast.
Yes, thank God. Because the open mics, some stink.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
What open mics do you do?
I don't really do them anymore. When I first came here, I would do Kick Butt Coffee a lot. I would do... I would try to get on the Creek and Cave mic, but nobody knew me, so I could never get on unless a friend was hosting. Yeah. I would do, I would do Front Page. I would do Speakeasy when they were doing comedy.
Yeah.
They don't do comedy anymore. Somebody ruined it.
Oh,
I don't know
how.
They berated the audience, I heard.
And that was over?
They were like, all right, we're only doing music now.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's...
Oh, no, I think it might be back.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen I could be wrong, but it might be back.
Okay. Fair enough. But like I've gotten to the point now where I can be on enough shows to kind of fill out my time.
How many shows a week do you think you're doing?
It really varies.
Yeah.
The most is probably like maybe 4 or 5.
Nice.
And then there'll be weeks where I don't have just Black Rabbit on the weekend, which thank God.
We're in the fun spot in our careers where we make no money off of this.
Yeah, not really. The career would be the wrong word. More of just a hobby.
No, but you gotta say it's a career.
I know you really do.
To Oprah-fy it.
Well, hey, technically we get $40 here, $20 there.
I made $100 one weekend.
There you go.
From 40 for barking and 60 for the show.
For what show?
I don't know. For Black Rabbit.
Really?
I don't know how I got. I don't know. Jerry.
You know what? Let's not even.
Never mind.
Yeah, we're not, let's not break down who gets what.
It doesn't matter. No, I think it was like a double. It doesn't. It was. I don't know.
Who knows?
It was a freak thing.
It was a mistake.
It was a mistake.
You owe them $60.
No, I did fix the door at Black Rabbit. I fixed the door.
That's right. The door's nice now.
It doesn't
dude.
slam anymore.
Nope. It's very nice.
But everyone still thinks it slams. So I make a point of to walk through it very intensely.
Yeah. I like that everybody's still cautious of the door, though. If you know.
Yeah, they're still cautious. They don't want it to slam. I'm going to fill up with more coffee. Tell fill the people in on where they can find you, what your favorite things are, if you're an ass or tits man, or a pussy man.
Yeah.
You could be. No, they're always like everyone.
Well, I could still talk to you from.
Oh, that's
from
true,
over
but
there.
they won't be able to hear me.
No, they won't be able to hear you, but you know.
They can hear me.
Yeah.
It's classic podcast guy who walks away from the mic.
I know, yeah. They can hear it. Now I'm just kind of alone. This is a really frightening. It's crazy what just one less person will do to somebody.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, anything I feel I have to do by myself.
Yeah. You're in there making coffee by yourself. Good luck, man. Thanks for doing our podcast, by the way.
That was really fun.
Mine and Tim Hill's podcast. It's called Title in the Works. Very fun. Taylor was on it. It was a very fun episode. Check it out on YouTube. That was good. Yeah. You were really good on that one. That was funny. Good stories. Good laughs.
It's easier to podcast with some people than others.
That's true. Yeah.
You're easy to podcast with. Sometimes you get like there's an awkward. I feel like there's every podcast I do. There's like a quick pause. I'm like, oh fuck, it's over.
That's where it ended.
I'm like, oh shit, like we're not gonna figure anything else to talk about.
Yeah. Or a lot of people aren't kind of like they don't have foresight.
Yeah.
You know, like so they don't think like ahead a couple beats.
Yeah.
And then they pause and they're like, oh fuck, I have to keep going.
Yeah. I've also been podcasting for a year and a half.
Really?
So it helps that helps. It's kind of a skill.
It is. You don't realize it is until you bomb a bunch doing it.
Yeah. First couple solo ones are tough.
I used to do a podcast with. Have you met Ross? He comes around Black Rabbit. He's the guy who's always on mushrooms.
No, but I refuse to believe he did an ounce of mushrooms.
He did.
That's so much.
Yeah.
How did he eat that much?
Here's the thing: is Ross is like he's an excessive tolerance guy. So no matter what he does just the most of it.
Booze.
But he can drink so much.
Cocaine.
Dude. He can do so much cocaine.
PCP.
Don't know. Haven't tried it yet. But I imagine he would just,
4-MMC.
See, that he can't do.
That one he's allergic to. We'll kill him.
4-MMC.
Yeah.
Sounds like a code.
MCAT. It's like a.
Sounds like a license plate.
It's fun. They call it MCAT in like England. It's like you roll hard for 30 minutes and then you're up for 8 hours.
You told me this. Yeah.
It's fun. I did it in college. Or high school for the first time, and you snort it, and you could swallow it too, but snorting it, you snort it, and it hurts so bad.
Oh, you told me about this.
It's the worst drug I've ever snorted in my life.
Yeah.
And it smells like cat piss.
That's right. And you said
if you do too much of it, over the night, you'll start sweat because you can keep doing it because it's not like ecstasy where you can't redose it.
Sure.
Eventually redosing it is bad because it's just it's
too much.
It's too much.
Yeah.
But like if you're sweating, you'll smell like cat piss.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what it is, but it hurts so bad. But then you start feeling good, and you're like the pain goes away. It's weird. Brain chemistry is so weird.
It really. The first time I ever snorted methamphetamine.
Yeah, it hurts.
This is in the back of my friend Dan's Forerunner. Boy, like all through my jaw and into my neck, like just a sharp stab.
But then you
pain.
feel good pretty quick.
I was like, let's run around, dude.
Yeah, you feel like
great.
Snort. I was listening to a podcast recently. Little Stinkers. They break.
Oh, I love Little Stinkers.
I just started listening to it. I love
it's great.
it.
Yeah, Mike Rainey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they based out of?
Philadelphia, I think.
Yeah. Philly has a lot of good podcasters.
Philly has, I think, the funniest people.
Yeah, they're
for sure.
And I like the guy's accent.
It's a great accent.
It's a good one for guys. For girls, it's like Boston.
It's really atrocious on
for a woman.
Yeah.
Because ladies stink. Podcasting's for boys.
Yeah, boys. Boys time.
No, girls can podcast too.
But what were you gonna say about Little Stinkers?
Oh, but there's a guy on there talking about how he used to just be a degenerate drug addict like myself, but
you talking about Mike?
No, it was a guest, and he's talking about how
he
he used to work for a guy in the cartel, and he got like let go or something.
I think I heard that episode. Yeah,
and
yeah.
saying,
It was
like,
interesting stuff.
He was doing heroin, but he would run drugs for the cartel, and the cartel would make him snort a line of meth before.
That's right.
But he said you can't smoke it. Because and I've smoked meth, and there is a big difference.
There, you don't think there's going to be, but man,
there is.
It really,
It's smoking. It's weird because it's like it doesn't hit you right. It takes like a little bit of like puffs before. It's weird because you like inhale and blow it out, inhale and blow it out.
It's hard to do it right too because you have to get it so hot.
Yep.
You know, so you do it a couple times, it's not hot enough, and then you keep smoking it, and then eventually you're like, what have I done?
Yeah, and then you're so high.
Yeah, and you're like crazy high where you're like out of your mind, and you don't really realize that you're being crazy.
Nope.
You're
I like blacked out on it, and like I used to do this thing in Atlanta where I would black out, and sorry to all my friends I did this to, I would black out and call people and be like, I can't believe I did this again. And one time I was on meth, and my friend AJ, shout out AJ Cagle, he was saying like, I was talking to him after the fact. He's like, you sound a lot better now. You sounded bad.
Yeah.
So I just sounded like I was just talking. And you said meth is bad.
I'm pretty sure I have like a heart palpitation from drug use in my adolescence.
I can't believe my heart's fine.
Yeah, for now, hopefully, you know.
I've done
treat it well, man. Because
I've done way more drugs than you, I think.
Oh, I probably, yeah.
And just like my bender, it's just been so. I've
You're a bender guy. I'm not a bender guy.
Yeah, it binge and then it's gotten to the point though. I've been in the emergency room twice, and it's like this has to be the last time because it's so awful.
Yeah,
it's the worst.
Yeah, are you getting like help for it? Do you like need help?
I'm gonna look out. I'm gonna look at for like maybe go back to AA, but I've done that so much, and it's not like it hasn't worked. But I kind of want to try one-on-one like counseling or therapy.
You should get to like root cause of like why you.
Yeah, because I think it's a deeper thing that AA hasn't figured out.
Yeah,
because I've been through the steps in AA, and I never got to sponsoring anyone. And that is like what they say is the best, but I would get through the steps and then relapse before I could sponsor anyone.
Damn.
But I think I need like one-on-one.
Yeah, probably get yourself sorted out.
Yeah.
Also like, you know, I feel bad for like true addicts because there really is no solution. You know what I mean? There's no fix. There's no cure. You just have to find what works for you, and hopefully it lasts a while.
Right. And I mean, I knew this before, but I know this even more now. I said this to my friends, like whatever gene alcoholism and addiction is, I have such a bad case of it. Like it's very bad.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I wish you could like see alcoholism on like an MRI or. Because you can't like see it. It's not a disease where you can see it inside of someone.
No. Have you tried
getting over it?
No, gay conversion therapy.
No.
Okay, give that a shot. If that doesn't work,
convert to gay. Or will they get the gay out of me?
You know, I
shake it out of me.
Yeah, just go there and be like, "Hey, I've got problems. Can you help me?" And then just let them take over.
Yeah.
You know,
just gonna just do what they ask.
Yeah. Maybe replace the alcoholism with just a worse problem.
Yeah,
get cancer.
That is, I'm very worried about like lung cancer or something.
It's very scary
when I'm older, or some kind of cancer from drug use.
Not so much when I'm older. Like if I feel like I'm, like old, it's like, well, that's what.
No, I mean like
people.
like 50s, 40s.
Yeah, it's still too young. That's too young. Yeah,
especially nowadays, you can live to 120.
My aunt had a fucking
hematoma,
a tumor on her brainstem.
Oh,
yeah, she was done for, dude. Oh. And my aunt's like super religious. She's like a Christian, I think, and she had this like epiphany in church where she said God told her that she wasn't going to die.
Yeah.
And she had already been given a death sentence, and she was dying. Like she lost a bunch of weight. Chemo wasn't working. The tumor was worst place to get a tumor, by the way.
And she did gay conversion therapy.
And she did gay conversion therapy, and now she's fine.
What happened?
It's way better than the actual story.
What happened?
She told everybody that God said she wasn't going to die. Nobody really. We just thought like, oh shit. I was like. Just kind of making her go crazy or something, And I think like a couple months later, the tumor was gone.
Whoa.
No trace of it. No medical explanation why. Doctors couldn't explain why there wasn't a tumor there all of a sudden. And she's alive and healthy now.
That's awesome.
It's crazy. But here's the thing is, though, if it was like some sort of like divine miracle, for sure she used up the miracle.
Yes, you're out of miracles.
In our family. Like no one else is going to get...
You think it transcends this family tree?
No, I don't think anyone's going to be able to use, like, if I need a miracle, we've already used it, you know?
Used it.
But the plus side, I think, is that like God's tight with my aunt.
Yeah. So
you get so I'm thinking maybe I'll get like a +1 or something.
Yeah.
Into heaven.
You'll take me.
Or I could like clean the bathrooms or like, you know.
Or the cat that ran away.
Or like do gay conversion therapy in heaven, you know?
I do. Yeah. I think I do. Where do you stand on like God or some kind of higher power or something? Or the universe is something?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
I can't commit one way or the other, to be honest with you.
But I think it's like, there's been a lot of God talk on this podcast at some points. I believe there's something out there.
Yeah.
That's something, but I can believe it's many different things at the same time. Like it could be a guy in the sky, or it could just be like the universe somehow.
I know for sure I don't have the mental capacity to understand or rationalize
to comprehend.
What's out there. Yeah, so I don't even try.
Space, but we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, when I was, this is crazy.
What?
Did I tell you this about the guy that broke his brain in the psych ward? So I was in the psych ward, I was on like there's the depressed and anxious people level. Yeah. Like the people that I'm going to kill myself, I swear.
Sure.
And then the cops take you and you.
Yeah.
I had to go there because I had to detox off alcohol.
The dramatic floor.
I had the dramatic floor. I was going to be a drama queen. I was like, I needed Ativan, but I also really wanted Ativan.
Sure.
So I would like kind of play.
Yeah, need and have really.
I really kind of played up the shakes.
Sure.
And I got it to a point, and then eventually they stopped. Give it to okay, I'm done faking.
Yeah.
I wasn't faking all the way, but I was.
Yeah, they give it to you, you walk away whistling.
Yeah, because it did help, but also made me feel good.
Yeah. Ativan's great.
Which maybe that's a bad thing to say. I don't know.
Shout out Ativan.
But
sponsorship.
Oh, but the floor either above us or below us was the really nuts people. Mm-hmm. Like a guy walking around. He looked like he was younger than me, like 26, and he was just like walking around talking to himself. I'm like, what happened to you? Is it schizophrenic? But it's like he looked like he could be a comic. I was like, maybe he did try open mic comedy and he went crazy.
Ooh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
But then there was this other guy there that
I've definitely bombed hard enough where I've left a place talking to myself, muttering like.
I bombed 3 times in a row in Atlanta, and then I crashed a car.
Coincidence?
But there was a guy that he seemed fine when I saw him, but apparently he lost all his memories, and he couldn't remember his name. He eventually got it back, but when he came in, he couldn't remember anything. He didn't know his own name because he thought about quantum physics too much.
According to him?
I don't know.
But did he tell you that?
No, this is what someone else told me.
Who told you that?
Someone else.
Someone else in the of course, yeah.
I want to believe that's true.
Yeah, well, it sounds cool, right? Like
he just like thought about it so hard, it just snapped.
Yeah, no, he had problems before for sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
But
the idea of quantum mechanics breaking people's brains is pretty cool, though. You know, like
it's like quantum light or something.
Well, look what it did to Stephen Hawking.
Put him in a jail. Yeah, he was fine before he got into math.
Made him cheat on his wife. That's what I meant. That's what I was talking about. Goddamn.
How did he cheat on his wife?
He had sex with somebody.
When he was in the chair?
In the chair.
His dick still worked.
I guess. He just thought about quantum mechanics long enough and his dick got hard. You know?
It works both ways.
Yeah, it does. And he just slid into that wormhole.
Yeah. Well,
sorry.
Is that a euphemism?
Well, wormhole is like a.
Damn it.
Oh, what was
I wanted
that?
this one. No, I wanted this one. No.
It's all the buttons. You don't have it on there.
I wanted that one. That's the last one. Damn it.
Oh, man. Wait, which one was it again? Could you run through all of them?
There's this one.
That's applause or rain?
It's applause that doesn't stop until you push it again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's like I feel like I'm watching Stalin give a speech. Wasn't that a thing where like Stalin would like, if you stopped applauding, you'd be killed or something?
I don't know.
Is that him?
North Korea, there's like if you don't like celebrate the leader well enough,
Supreme leader,
you get in trouble. The supreme leader, Supreme, like the brand.
I want to go to the DMZ, the demilitarized zone.
Yeah. Where do you want to visit?
I'd like to visit Korea. Korea would be all of Asia basically.
I want to go to Japan and Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Vietnam, Bali.
Ooh, yeah.
Cambodia.
Why'd you say that one quietly?
I couldn't think of it.
Oh, you got it. I want just because like there's actually like tourism there. There's like a gift shop on the demilitarized zone.
Wow, that's cool. I would like to go there because it's not that serious.
Nah,
it was in the news for a second, but now it's fine.
It's okay.
There's YouTube guys go into all the countries that are supposed to be bad, and they're fine.
I like the idea that between North and South Korea there's a taint.
That's
the demilitarized zone. It's that border, right there.
Like you're on your body a taint.
Like it's the taint of Korea right there. Yeah.
You like so if you look at Korea on the map, it looks like two legs spread open.
Not so much looking more metaphorically their taint.
Yeah.
Metaphorical taint, not physical.
So which one of your legs is North Korea? Which one's South Korea?
Probably the right one because the right one has some sort of weird shit going on with it, and the left one's a little more regular, like a normal leg.
I went on a walk today, and at the end of the walk, my left knee started to hurt.
Oh.
I'm like, I have in the past 2 years, I've finally felt like I'm aging.
In the past year, how old are you?
28.
Yeah, that's around when you first start feeling kind of old.
Yeah.
You'll get like a weird pain.
I've been on hair pills for a while.
Really?
So I don't know if I'm...
What hair pills?
Finasteride.
Ativan?
Yeah, it's really hard to get.
Was it keeps your hair or helps you grow hair?
Just keep it.
Oh, okay.
Because
might have to get
Dak Shepard, it says he takes it preventatively.
Dude, that's the second time I've heard somebody talk about Dak. Do you listen to his podcast?
I used to, but then he moved to Spotify, and podcasts on Spotify suck.
Why is Dak Shepard taking over the podcast?
He's so rich from his podcast.
Wow.
But he's at the level where he interviewed I think Obama.
Really?
Yeah.
Dak Shepard.
Yeah.
I don't know
him
why.
And his co-host. Well, it's weird.
Good for him.
I used to listen to it, but they're a little too Hollywood sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like too, I don't know if liberal's the right word, but just like typical liberal Hollywood type.
Like with the way they think about stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like in Hollywood, so they kind of.
Sure. I mean, they definitely, I could see him playing the game, you know what I mean? Like,
definitely. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I
like when someone does a hard switch when they get like rich enough where they're like, all right, I don't need to pretend anymore. Dennis Quaid, dude. Yeah.
Which I respect.
Yeah.
It's like, because it doesn't matter. What was I going to say?
Hair pills.
No, about.
Does it have any side effects? I'm curious actually because I've been thinking about it.
I think it does. It doesn't make me not have. It doesn't give me ED.
Okay.
But it does make my comes less, I think.
Like less amount?
Yeah, like less powerful.
Oh, okay.
Less like it doesn't. Tim on your guys' podcast talked about his loads being. He bragged way too much about his loads.
Mm-hmm. He's got nuclear loads, dude.
He's got a disgusting testicle.
Fallout.
So.
Oh, I know. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Putrid.
He got curb stomped.
He got American History X.
Oh, yeah. Here's one of my favorite jokes. Here's my impression of a dog sniffing your ear.
Oh, fuck. That is a dog. That's really good.
The problem with that doing it at open mics is the mics always stink.
I know. Oh,
and I'm like, this is unsanitary.
You don't want to put your nose on there.
I stopped doing it because it's like, I'm going to get a cold.
Yeah.
Dak Shepard. I had a thought. I stopped listening. I would listen to it again depending on the guest, but it's also like Smartless, like Jason Bateman, Will Arnett.
Oh, I've remember seeing
the guy from the gay guy from gay sitcom with the gay character William H. Gracie or something. Will and Grace.
Will and Grace.
William H. Gracie. My favorite William H. Macy's joke, or William H. Macy's the William H. Macy's Day Parade, and every float is William H. Macy.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, that'd be good.
That's not my joke, but that's what I heard.
I like that.
Oh, but it's too Hollywood. It's like they're just talking about Hollywood. Kind of has fallen off. I feel like it had an appeal, or maybe it's because I just started doing comedy and listening to more podcasts. And I get all my news from podcasts.
Yeah, me too.
And I listen to definitely more like I guess libertarian-esque sphere podcasts. But comedians are just like contrarians.
Yeah. For the most part, but like, I mean, I think Hollywood still like has a thing, like people still want to be in the club. Actually, it's probably getting better now that everyone's getting popped for being a child molester and stuff. You know what I mean?
Think just everything went so left or whatever, and now it's like seems like it's going back to regular.
Maybe.
But I would much rather be in the the successful comedian club than Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, you know what I've always thought would be cool would be like to be just famous enough to where people know you and like you, but nobody cares enough to like air your personal business I would
like to get just famous enough where if I soil my pants, I get a new pair of pants right away.
Right away, like someone brings you a pair of pants. Yeah. Like you snap your fingers
and they rip off these pants and they put on new pants.
On stage, people are waiting for you to continue the set.
They clean me up. They wipe me. They put me on a changing table.
They powder you up.
They pull out one of those like privacy screens.
You can see the shadow.
And my head is just poking out of the side. I'm still doing my act.
Yeah, you're just doing doing a little crowd work, you know? Oh, perfect time for the check spot. Nice.
Funny. Oh.
Wow. I've been doing a bit, and I have to bring it back because I did it like a couple times when I first got here. But I would do a bit where I would like if I started doing badly, like if a couple jokes bombed, I would pull out my phone and I have like a mental health crisis number. And so I would call the hotline and I would put it on speaker. And then they would answer. And then,
no way.
They would answer it, and I would I'd try to just talk to them. You know, just in front of the crowd. It was very fun, and I keep forgetting. Actually, last night at Black Rabbit reminded me of it because it was kind of awful. And when I got off stage, I was like, that would have been the perfect time to bust that out. You know,
it's like there's bits you do, and like you do them for a little bit, and they're always fun little things to do, and then they just go away. Yeah,
I don't know why.
And there's bits like I brought back bits since I moved here because I would work on them in Atlanta. And they just wouldn't work, but I liked them, and I knew there was something in them, and I started doing them here, and they're working now. And it's like, is it like, I don't know, is it Atlanta just wasn't right for my comedy? Or was it they just needed to sit?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they just didn't like the vibe, you know what I mean?
I think Austin is definitely way better for my comedy than Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because Austin definitely, there's sillier, weirder jokes, and the audiences get it a lot more.
They're a lot more open to having fun than just like, you know.
That's what I want. That's all I want to do is have fun and be silly.
Yeah. It sucks when the crowd doesn't appreciate it. You know, they don't like, it's not their thing, you know. And
what do you want?
Because then you just really feel like an asshole trying to be goofy. And
you feel like an
wacky.
Idiot. You feel so, it's and then for me, like I can feel the energy because the audience has the energy. If they're on board, you can feel it. But if they're not, it's like then it blocks me off because there's no like sense of trust.
And then they can tell you're bothered by it, then they're more bothered. It just all falls apart completely. You know, next thing you know, you're getting changed because you soiled yourself.
Yeah.
God.
And at that level, you got to pay for it.
Bad time to get the light too. Mid change.
I'm not meaning to run the light. I gotta get changed.
Man, yeah.
Well, we're at 57 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It flew by.
Look at that, dude.
It's fun.
Fucking A. Yeah, that, how long does it take to get to Mothership from here? It's like 5.
6 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. That's really close.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's great.
Hell yeah. I like that.
I would consider getting like an electric bike.
Yeah, you should.
But I have no money right now.
Yeah, that's definitely a future.
Yeah. I got to get work squared away. This emergency thing really, really fucked me on money.
That's
well, the bill's going to be awful, but it also, I just wasn't working all last week.
Yeah. No, you lose work, and then like also, I mean, you said you had to get your truck out of tow.
Yeah.
And then I mean, there's rent, and there's it's everything, and then you have to catch up now.
Yep.
So then it's like, you know, you're gonna be.
I really don't like being a handyman anymore either.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I just want comedy to make me money.
Work at the airport, dude.
Where?
Anywhere. I think minimum is like $25 an hour there.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it's just one. I have one job. I just work at the airport. That's it. I don't even make the 25. I make like 21 because I work for a different contractor.
You're at the bar?
Yeah.
You just bartend?
I'm at a lounge bar.
What are there? Are there servers?
No, but there's like people who go around and like collect trash and like bring people drinks, kind of.
$25 an hour?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Do you know how to bartend?
No.
You could even just work like in a fucking convenience store. Who gives a shit? Like
I could probably figure it out. Bartending.
It's chill.
It's not that hard.
It's not hard at all.
I don't know if I should be around bartending though.
Probably not. Bad place to relapse.
There are sober people that do it. But where I'm at right now, that's usually sober people that have been sober for a while.
Yeah.
And they're able to compartmentalize.
But the kind of relapses that you've told me that you do is you would end up for sure flying a plane somewhere.
Yeah, definitely figure that out. I definitely oops my way into pilot ship.
Yeah, but then you find out you're like an awesome pilot, you know?
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, well, when I get out of prison.
It's funny you say that. In middle school, we went to the library. The school, my school had a library inside.
Ooh, brag much. Okay, yeah.
I know, fancy school. Not a lot of schools have a library inside. Some schools have to go to the public library for the library.
Yeah.
But we went to the library and we had to look up like jobs and like the salaries. And I looked up pilot. And that was the first job. I was like, ooh, what would be even being a pilot is like?
Yeah.
Pilots make decent money, but apparently it's shitty.
Apparently it's shitty. I don't think they make enough for what they do.
I thought it was like $150,000 a year. But yeah, I think it's not
more than I
enough
thought, but
I don't know. But yeah, it might not be enough for what they do.
yeah. Also, I mean, the responsibility is crazy.
Because there's a point, there's too many people.
Yeah, well, fair enough, yeah.
The plane does have to work.
I just don't like being in the front of the plane when it's like going down. You know what I mean? That would be sucked where you're going to get the brunt of it.
You explode first.
Yeah. See, I would get up and be like, got to use the bathroom real quick. Be right back. Everything's fine.
You jump out the back?
Yeah. And
you had a parachute the whole time?
I got a parachute the whole time. It's in my butt. I keister a parachute. And then I hold my nose and I blow and then hopefully.
Did you ever go to the dentist and get those little Army Men toys that had parachutes on the back?
For the dentist? No, but I have gotten those.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
I used to collect the little army guys.
Yeah.
I used to collect the do you remember the ninjas? They're these tiny little ninja guys that you get in the quarter machines. I used to collect those. And I used to collect
I had the army guys.
I used to collect the homies. Do you remember the homies?
No.
If
I saw
figurines?
them, I would know what they were.
Oh, yeah. I had a bunch of those.
Yeah.
That was very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could buy like a lot of racist caricatures in vending machines back then.
You don't really see vending machines in grocery stores anymore.
They're there.
They are?
Yeah, they're mostly like tattoos now and stuff.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I like the ones that used to be sticky stuff you threw on the wall and it would make a mark. And your mom would say, don't throw that on the wall.
Yeah,
it makes a mark.
Yeah, yeah. And you'd be like, all right, I'll do it on the ceiling then.
Yeah, and then you got marks on the ceiling.
Oh, and a ceiling fan too. Try to get it like through the blades. So fun, dude.
Swings around.
Yeah, your dog eats it, you know?
I wonder if that digests.
Nope.
No, definitely not. That's like a forever chemical. That's definitely the ultimate. That's a macroplastic.
The macroplastic. Yeah, dude. I don't even know what substance that sticky stuff was.
I don't know.
Could have been good.
All right. Well, should we get to some other ship?
Let's get denied, dude.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah, probably. I got to pee. I'm going to make a sandwich too.
Me too. Hell yeah.
Eat and run. Thank you so much for listening. This has been Joe Grillo.
Joe Grillo.
Joe Grillo.
Joe Grillo.
It's been fun. I enjoyed this.
Hell
Thanks
yeah,
for
man.
coming
Thanks.
on.
Appreciate it, man.
Where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram at Gorilla Man Comedy and then YouTube at Joe Grillo.
Yeah.
And Title in the Works podcast. Watch that. Taylor was on it. Very
yeah,
funny.
it was a fun episode. Title in the Works podcast. Tim Hill.
Tim Hill, my co-host, my buddy.
Shout out Nathan Driver. We love you.
Nathan.
Goodbye.
See you.